Welcome to Frequency Fridays, your weekly stress melt. So, this week, let's just talk about what's new this week before we get into the reading. This week, we've brought through a lot of different channeling sessions. I'm uploading about one per day. So, if you're interested in learning from the Ascended Masters about things like manifestation, healing, all that good kind of stuff, then I would stay tuned. Those are the little snippets you're seeing all over my TikTok and Instagram. We've also added 4 new sessions to Energy Mastery. So for those of you that aren't familiar, Energy Mastery is just my energy work container. The sessions are all plug and play. There's about 76. Most of them are about anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes in length. The average value per session is about 110, but the whole container goes for $33 a month. So there's a lot of value, but it's made to really help you protect your energy, take care of your energy, and solve looping patterns in your energy body in a really easy way. For most of us, we don't know what we don't know. So this container really helps you, one, relax into the guidance, find the clarity you need, and just break the things that aren't working for you anymore with that guidance, with that divine intervention. So it's quite gentle and it just requires listening. There's no meditation required for any of these sessions. It's just the energy work doing the work on you. So let's get into what we added. There's 4 new sessions this week that are here to support you through clearing, realignment, and stepping into a more stable and supported version of your life. The first is a road opener. You might be familiar with what that is, but if you're not, a road opener is usually a magical working, but I've done this in an energy working, and it's meant to just reopen what's been blocked. Sometimes when you're trying to do something, you get so stuck and you can't move it. This is what that's for. It opens the pathways, clears the blockages, removes resistance, and creates a clear, aligned path forward that's guided to you. It works in 2 parts, first clearing out what's in the way and then actively opening the road ahead. And we also draw the energy down the road to meet you where you are so we can get moving quickly. We also have a daily session that is a heart expansion. If you've been tuned in to the channeling sessions, you'll know why the Ascended Masters have been yakking about that. It's designed to gently open and strengthen your heart space to get that energy moving. It supports you in feeling safer in connection, more regulated emotionally, and more able to receive without shutting down or pulling back. The next thing is a break the bad luck session. So this is Bad Luck Be Gone. It is in the angelic realm. We brought you up. So if you're familiar with my porting sessions, that's what that is. It's going to basically release quite a lot of stagnation, but it's meant to break like a cycle of ongoing bad luck or being in a rut. And it's meant to turn you in the other direction for luck and positivity. So you're no longer looping the same trajectory or looping the same outcomes. It helps you reorient towards the outcomes that you want instead. And lastly, a daily manifestation activation. The daily sessions are about 10 minutes in length. So it's a short, consistent session that you can return to that aligns your energy with clearing all the backlog and stagnancy, rerouting the pipe between you and what you want, and calling that energy towards you, building positive energy momentum towards it. And all of these are available in Energy Mastery with the free trial below. They're designed to be easy to use. The container is entirely self-paced, so you can do what you want when you want. There's no like ongoing work required. It's kind of like pick what you need and work from there. And you can return to it whenever you need it. And now that we've gone over all the housekeeping items, let's get into the weekend reading. So the first thing that's really coming through is you might have had to do something that was a little hard recently. There might have been like a confrontation or even just some clarity that's come through over the last week where you're like, hey, I needed to handle something, and you did. And so your team is giving you props for that, but they want to tell you there's light in the unexpected. There's good things coming from whatever you had to do here, and your team is very happy that you did it. So you might have confronted something you didn't want to deal with. Maybe you caught up on some finances. Maybe you've done something that doesn't exactly feel fun, that might have been difficult to do. But in doing so, in having those deep conversations and facing those things and finding that clarity and owning up to your stuff, you've created a really good opportunity for good things to come in. The other thing is, whatever that was, it was draining your energy. Whatever was like that you dealt with, it was draining your energy. So now your light is coming back and it's filling up your cup quite a bit more. So you're going to find passion returning to you. You're going to find excitement returning to you that you might not have expected. What your team would like you to do, you are on a threshold. It is Aries season. A lot of us are on thresholds because we're starting something new. they kind of want you to outline for them what you want. So this can look like, how would I like my 2026 to go? Now, it's obviously the astrological new year. We've been in 2026 a little while. And so this is just kind of a like, what would I like to happen? And create a list of long-term goals. And it's like a mission statement, right? What you want to do, where you want to go, maybe your why, what you want to feel, like what is your mission? What is it that you're asking to obtain? And really like creating that clarity with them so that you can attune to that, because that statement, that, list, that statement is really creating like an energetic anchor for the energy in your life to orient to, as crazy as that sounds. And when you do that, when you say something with your whole back up, when you put your whole chest in it, right, the energy is created through that command. And so when you do that command, it's going to reorient everything around you slowly but surely. They want you to know that they're very proud of what you've done. Your team wants you to know that you are really kind of, how do I phrase this? Not in the way that they're phrasing it, because they are using offensive wording and I will not do that. They're really proud of you. They're like, you're the SHIT, like they're really proud of what you've done, and they can see how much you're learning and how much you're taking accountability for what you might not have done before, and that you're really allowing those changes. Like you're acting quickly, you're acting in alignment, like you're acting very powerfully right now in a way that maybe you didn't have the confidence or courage to do before. So they are very excited about that for you. They also said that there are some things still, like, okay, you might have some long-term financial goals. Like, let's say you want to get ready for something that's going on in your life, and that costs you money, right? And you don't have that money. They want you to start doing things like cleaning, clearing, making room. Like, for example, if you're moving your room around, you might want to start getting rid of the stuff so the room has place for stuff to go in. That was English, I think. I'm not sure. But they want you to create the space like that thing's already coming in. So you're getting ready to be ready. And if you know that term from Abraham Hicks, it's like you're manifesting because you know what you want is coming. It's coming. But those shifts that you make are actually going to call in the money. So if you're getting ready for something, just start doing it in whatever capacity you have. If you're getting ready to lose weight, you might get ready by taking small walks every day. You might get ready by looking at clothes you'd like and making a Pinterest board. Those things have a lot of power, because they're telling your energy that you're on the path to it. They might seem like they have no significance, but they actually really do. So get ready to be ready. What could you do right now that would support what you want to bring in? And if it's finances, because that's really what it feels like, or stuff is coming through here too, like maybe like getting ready to move a room around, like those kinds of things, like bringing in furniture, like getting ready for whatever it is that's coming up in your life, whatever you're creating. I would look at that. I would start planning, and I would start actually moving things. You only need to move like 27 items to create a quantum shift. You move like 27 Tupperware containers to let energy come into your life, Like somebody said that once, and I thought that was like the coolest thing I've ever heard. You need to know that life is not happening to you. You are happening to life. And I know that everybody feels life happens to you. But if you start calling the shots, if you're like, no, I want this amount of money by this time, I want to create this, be in constant communication with your spirit team. Because if you are, you're going to start getting them to act for you. So, for example, if you need a certain amount of money per month because you're getting ready to be ready for something, like I'll use my example. I'm getting ready to be ready to move some things in my room because I need some more organization. But there's a lot of steps. I would say something like, spirit guides, I need to carve out this amount of time to do that task, and I need this amount of money to bring in the new dresser that I want, for example. And that's how I'm going to call the shots. I'm going to say, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to clean out my closet to make room. And then I need the money. So when I clean out the closet, then the money is going to come, if that makes sense. Getting ready to be ready. So they need to know, they need you to know that you are calling the shots. And when you move this energy, it actually declutters your mind and spirit. So it really does set you up for things. And you might not realize that you're holding on to a lot of things because those items haven't moved. What you hold on to in your home and in your life is actually held on to in your energy body. So if you've got clothes from 8 years ago that don't fit anymore, that you don't even like, if you get rid of those, then new things can come in. That might just be what you need to call in that money. As crazy as it sounds, just give it a shot and let me know how you make out with that, because it certainly works for me. You are calling in people that are really good, and you need to know that. Something you've done in the last while has called in the right people to you. So expect to meet them. And another thing that they're asking is just working at anywhere where things feel cloggy in your life. You know, when you walk into a room and there's no flow, like something is just not working, like maybe you got like a pile of clothes in the corner or something. Unstick what feels stuck. Like in your routines, if you're like, oh, every day I walk by this laundry pile, but I never do it, right? Unstick what is stuck little by little. But if you're not familiar with energy and how it works, I will tell you about energy leaks. Energy leaks are just like places your energy's going that you don't even realize it's going. If you walk into your home and all you see is a list of things you need to do and every day you don't do them, your energy is moving away to those things because those things will cause a backlog of activity. And when you go to do them, it's like a drag, right? It's like not filing your taxes or like your money for like a year instead of doing it little by little. Like, you know, your accounting, I don't mean actually filing because you probably won't file every week, but you could go over your finances once a week, take care of your receipts instead of having a huge backlog, you know? Those are leaks because now you're putting all this energy into that task that actually screws up your energy container because it pulls so much and there's not enough to replenish it. So you want to organize things like little by little. Where are you giving time away? Where are you giving money away? Where are things not scheduled? And where are you like going in circles because you're not organized? Where are you like, oh, I got to do that. Oh, no, I got to do that. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, I got to do that. You're losing energy. And when you're losing energy, it's actually harder for you to hold on to things because you're losing things. And that includes money. Money likes a clean, organized pipeline. The other thing that they're saying, and this came up last week, you may really be wanting like people to be happy for you right now and external validation on something you're doing. You might not really be getting it yet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You validate you. You tell yourself you're doing a good job. You tell yourself that you're doing great because that's what you need right now. Other people will catch up to it, but right now you can just be proud of you, right? If you have something big in your life that you're like, why are people not happier for me, right? Sometimes people just aren't like that, but be happy for you. Make sure you spend time with you, telling yourself how happy you are for this thing. And this came up last week too, so same trajectory. This was in our Frequency Fridays last week, but there was a need to move from intention into belief. A lot of you are getting really good at getting intentional about, okay, I want this. Your next step is, I believe that it can happen. And I think I said this last week too, but my favorite thing for doing that is I never have to try mantras, where it's like, I never have to try, it just works out. I never have to try, the money just comes. I never have to try, the solutions just find themselves. And every time you have a negative thought, just blast it with that. Just blast it with that. One, your brain is going to get sick of you and it's going to stop thinking negative thoughts because it's like, I don't deal with Kayla's crap. She's going to tell me it's going to happen anyway. So it'll stop, right? And two, it'll start attracting that reality to you. You need peace and you need to protect your peace. There are people in your life that shouldn't be there maybe, or that you've needed to have some conversations with. Your team is really wanting you to go like, no, your peace matters. Your peace really matters. So if there is someone in your life or people or situations that are sucking that out, you have to create space for your peace and boundaries around your peace. And that's going to stop all that energy from leaking somewhere else because you don't want that. Nobody deserves your peace. And the other thing I would say, if you don't have happiness in your day-to-day life, or maybe happiness is a struggle for you, you can create it. I know, I sound crazy, but I'm really not. This is very, very true. Like, if I'm in a funk, I put on music I like and I do art. I've created happiness in that moment. I can do that whenever the hell I want, you know? I create that happiness for myself. I might put on a song and dance. I don't let myself stay in negative places when they're not serving me. Like, if I'm processing something, that's one thing. But if something is controlling me, like I can't get out of the bad mood, I can't break the loop, then I'm going to break it myself and I'm going to create happiness. I'm going to create a vibrational shift on my own because that's always available to you. I have a whole folder full of funny TikTok videos that I watch when I just need to shift my mindset. And it works like a charm. You can't fix the situation, but you also can release its hold on you if you create that. And the other thing is, when you create that happiness, that's when you manifest. You don't manifest from sitting being like, oh my God, I have nothing. Money will come to me. It don't work. Vibration matches vibration. So if you're having a really fucking good day, that's when you do that. That's when you're like, oh, today I'm going to think about, I'm in a good mood. I just got a sandwich. I'm in a good mood. I love the shit out of this sandwich, okay? You know what? Now I'm going to think about the money I want to make because I just got this sandwich and I'm already in a good mood. That's when you think about manifesting. Utilize your good moods. Utilize the moment where you're in the flow, and then you manifest from there because you're already feeling happy. So you're calling in happy, and that means 2 + 2 = 4. But if you're trying to manifest when you're pissed off, or when you're just not really feeling good, you're not really putting that vibrational effort in, that's going to be tough. Also, if you want to help with your manifestations, that daily manifestation activation is real good. I created it to do something really specific. With any manifestation that you are trying to create or anything you're trying to create, we don't have to be woo-woo to manifest. Manifestation is real. So it doesn't matter if you're woo-woo or you're not, right? It's your energy, and whether or not you believe in that, it exists. So let's just start there. However, when you want something, let's say you want a certain amount of money. This is for people who might not understand how this works. You want a certain amount of money. You're maybe not the person that gets that kind of money. You're maybe not the person that comes in easily for. You're maybe not, maybe you just don't have the resources or the time to make more money. Then you believe that money is impossible for you. And every time you think those thoughts, there's a pipeway between you and the money you want. And you're throwing blocks in that pipe. You're throwing energy into that pipe where it compounds. Anything you think about is actually going somewhere. So if you're thinking positive thoughts about something, you're going to have positive experiences over time. And that's why you can manifest so easily in some areas of your life and not in others. Some people might be really shitty at money, but they're really good at getting money from a casino, or they're really, really good at, getting help from people, or they're really, really good at just finding things for really cheap. It's because they haven't clogged that pipe. Abundance has so many pipes, not just money. Abundance is everything, right? It's not, that's only one form when you think about it. So if you want to correct that, you can use the exercise that is in energy mastery. And what you're going to do is you're going to, one, lay a new pipe from that to that thing, right? You're going to maybe orient from a different angle, which is what the meditation, the little experience does. And then it's going to clear the pipe that's full of crap, and it's going to call good energy to replace it. And it's going to start attracting things into that pipe that are good for you, that are in resonance with what you want. And it's going to do that automatically. And it's only 10 minutes a day. So you can imagine how much that can compound over time. And of course, you can do it more than once a day if you want, right? But the point is, whatever you're focusing on is what you're creating. You might not be realizing that, but if you focus all the time on I don't have enough money, I have to pay off my line of credit, I got to pay off this, I got to pay off that, I got to pay these bills, which is all normal. It's all normal. Your energy is always trying to focus to solve it, but it's actually also clogging the shit out of the pipe between you and getting that money. And that's why when something good comes in, you'll have a chain reaction of good things. But when nothing good comes in, then you don't have those good things. It's because how your energy body is manifesting, which is why if you create happiness every day, you're going to compound that energy, and it's going to be helpful for you. So anyway, if you need that, that's there, and you can access it through the free trial. But yeah, they really want you to get really solid on what it is you want to create. They want you to have a painted picture on that. And that is going to help you be able to settle in. So this weekend is for reflecting positively. This weekend is for daydreaming, reorienting, and just finding ways to clog anywhere where things are leaking, where you're giving away energy and you don't want to be. That's really what they're asking you to do over this period of time. And so with all of that being said, let's get into Frequency Fridays and the stress melt. So first, what I'd like for you to do is just state your name out loud with "I'm open to receive," to just allow my team and I to do this work for you. And we're going to start off with an energy shower. Just opening up your field, clearing things out, and releasing. Okay, and we're going to just let all of that drain out. Now next, I just want you to just do something small for me, not anything stressful, but I want you to imagine all of the energy you want to let go, all of that stress, just moving up to the top of your body. And I want you to just kind of take an image of it. You might see it like a certain color or a viscosity, or, you know, it might be dense, it might be clear, it might be sticky. We don't want to engage with this stress, just kind of call it up so we have a kind of vibrational image of it. And then I'm going to get you to ask your spirit guides to release it. And we're going to release it for you. So just in your mind, you're just going to state, I'm ready to let this energy go now. Please let this stress melt away from me now. And we're going to drain it for you. So just hold on to that image real quick and then just allow it to move out. And as always, it can be a sensation too. If you're not visual, that's totally fine. We're just going to drain that right out of the body. Alright, so that's going to continue to drain out because there is still more being released. And while that's continuing to drain out, we're going to remove any hooks, cords, sticky things, attachments, any of that kind of stuff. And what that is just people plugging into your field that you don't want, energy that's not serving you, things that are tied to past situations. Hooks are things that keep your field looping. They might be really emotionally painful, things you haven't processed yet. For a lot of us, things we're really worried about, situations we feel are out of our control. So we're just going to kind of remove those from your field. And just relax into this, and we're just going to clear all of that right out for you. And I'm just going to clear out your central channel too. Get your chakras back in order. Okay, and now we're just going to ground you back into your body. Make sure you're connected to source. Make sure you're connected into the earth. Let's help your nervous system stabilize. And we're going to just seal up your aura, help it with any tears, holes, and leaks. Making sure she's bright and shiny and magnetized to what you're wanting to attract right now. Nice and clear, nice and bright. Okay, we've got everything all sealed up. So when you're ready, just feel into the supports beneath you. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And slowly open your eyes. And as always, if you're looking to take working with me deeper, there's going to be the links below on how you can find that. And if you want more content like this, I am back every Friday. And I'll see you next week.